So this morning I'm going to give you a high overview of a new inspection program that TxDOT's gone with called InspectTech. I'm going to give you a quick background on where we've come to where we are today, the purpose we went with InspectTech, the deployment timeline for TxDOT to deploy InspectTech, a brief overview of InspectTech, and some of the functionalities and capabilities for the district and division. So the background is Brent Sapp, which was born in 1976 and retired in 2011. And it was replaced with Pontex, which was born in 2010 and has recently been retired in 2017 because we've replaced it with InspectTech, which was born in 2017. What you don't know, well, some of you don't know, is Brent Sapp and Pontex are very much alive. Brent Sapp still feeds the feds their information, and Pontex is going to remain in our system because we need it for historical conditions and whatnot, because we only rolled in 10 years worth of data into InspectTech. So why did we choose InspectTech? Well, we had to go with InspectTech because Pontex could no longer accommodate the mandated MBEs that we have to report now to the feds, and it can no longer accommodate the new codes for the existing MBI items. The deployment timeline, the Bridge Division held a kickoff meeting with Bentley back in 2015. The project duration took 86 weeks. During this 86 weeks, there was a lot of data mapping. We were testing legacy systems. You'd be amazed to know how many systems actually tie into Pontex and now InspectTech to pull their data. There's a lot of beta testing, a lot of districts, a lot of people from division doing a lot of case studies, contract management configuration, workflows, and then once we think we have it down, now you got to go out and train the district and the consultant. And then finally we went live on May 30th, 2017, so it's very fresh. A quick overview of InspectTech. InspectTech is web-based. It's not an application, it's actually web-based. InspectTech is an off-the-shelf system. It was acquired by Bentley in May of 2012. TxDOT is the 14th state to use it. I think Bentley is a little overwhelmed whenever they went with TxDOT with over 55,000 bridges and all the data to go with it. InspectTech is hosted on Bentley servers. It's not on TxDOT servers, it's on Bentley servers. And InspectTech meets the requirements for the FAST Act and MAP 21. So now we get into the fun part of it. So this is actually us drilling into InspectTech. When you get in, what are you going to see? So when you first log in, up here at the top left, you're going to have your title page. This is usually a gray screen. And then on your main page, you're going to have your main dashboard. Now your main dashboard can be configured for your need. And it's all set up by widgets that are over here on the right. They're pre-selected widgets. They're not really configurable. They're based on some of the MAP 21 needs, some of the MBIS needs, and hopefully in the future we'll get some widgets that are configurable to fit everyone's needs. But on the widgets you can pull, let me go back one more. You can pull any one of these, and then once you open it, back on this screen, if there's something quick you need to know, you can go and look at a bar chart. If there's something that pops up for a message, if there's something that's waiting your review, anything, it's just a quick view, and then you can zoom in with your magnifying glass there and see exactly what it is you need to do. So it's a great cue screen. And then you can actually open each one, and you can export these results to Excel. So then once again, you can reconfigure your data to fit your needs. We have user-defined reports. And up there within your file, your title bar, you'll see under management, you'll see different, under your main dashboard, you're going to see your reports that you may need. Inside of your reports, these are already public, so they were pre-built by Bentley. You know, inspections that are awaiting approval, in progress, recently approved, and then you can actually configure your own reports. And I've gone in and built a bunch for myself. That way it's a quick view. And they're easy to do, easy to configure over on the right-hand side of your screen. You can add new, you can delete. So inside of this is me building a report. And then Up here you can select your criteria. You can actually display the columns and have it sort the information the way you wish. And then once again, you can export that data to Excel and configure it as you need. And this is my favorite part, the query function. As you guys know, you used to have to download the brig on and brig off file to access, and then you had to run your reports. This is all done right inside of InspectTech. And what's neat about the query function is you can query for either report values and or asset MBI values. So now if you're looking for two separate sets, you can find and query your results based on either one. And then once again, you can export them to Excel just like I've showed you. But what's also cool is you can show these assets on a map. If you're setting something up for a presentation, especially if you're looking at issues within your district, you got a program coming up and you're wanting to see where all your structures fall. So now you can map these structures. You can zoom out, you can show them all, you can see the push pins. You can actually drill down to each and every structure. It gives you a base MBI code on the right-hand side. You can actually go down here to the asset details page and go to that inspection and pull up more information if needed. And you also get a street view. So InspectTech is pretty neat. So the asset and structure details for most of the inspectors out there, if you guys haven't touched it, this is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. And you're going to find most of your structures. If you're a district, your inventory is going to be based over here in manager and inventory, but if you want to get to it quick, go to your asset tree. Now, of course, with InspectTech came new terminology. We no longer have contracts, we have projects. We no longer have work authorizations, we have work specs. We no longer have bridges, we have assets. So now you got to figure all this out. And you can drill down, you can go, by district, by county, by whatever you want to do, or you can just type it in. Now, a quick tip I found out is instead of typing district and county, if you'll just start with your control and section, they pop up a whole lot faster. So once you've chosen this, you're going to get a quick view right here on your left-hand side. This is just a quick view of the actual structure that I've typed into my asset tree. And inside of here, you have a quick view of the last inspection, what's actually going on with that inspection, if it's coming up, if it's going to be close to being due. You're going to have asset info, which is just a basic info for that structure. Your files are right here on this file tab is actually going to be every inspection listed with that asset. And inside of that inspection, you'll be able to see your routine photos, you'll be able to see your plans, load ratings, such. And then if you wanted to create a report from here, you would just press the create report button and you would start your report. If you want to edit asset values, if you want to edit MBI values outside of creating a report, you could push edit asset values, and this is what you're going to see. Your text.sina replaces your MBI. I'm sorry guys, it's 4 pages. We're working on it, trying to get it back down to 1 page. And then right over here is everything you're going to be working in. These are the guts of the inspection. So you're going to start out, you're going to complete your text.sina. Anything you do here is going to be changed automatically once you step outside the field. Meaning if you click outside of that field, it automatically saves. And then you'll move on, you'll complete your condition ratings and your fracture critical, underwater, elemental, whatever it may be. And then whenever you're done with all that, now we have a configurable report section. So you can go in here and you can click or unclick whatever you want to print. And then inside of that, you'll get your reports. Right now, I believe just the report section that was required is 12 pages plus a 4-page SINA sheet. So we got a lot of work to do to get that back down to thin out our files. Coming soon. I say coming soon. It's still 4 to 6 months out because we still have issues with InspectTech. Unfortunately, we do. Bentley's working diligently on them. But once we get those worked out, we're going to bite off a little bit more. And we're going to get this mobile collector, which is really going to be beneficial for the inspectors. The reason being is we're going to be able to check out working sets. And up there on the main page, you'll go to your inventory. You'll be able to check out a working set, let's say 10 bridges at a time. You can take them out, do everything you want to in the field with that structure, inspection-wise, photo-wise, digital signatures, the whole 9 yards. And if you don't have 3G capabilities or cellular capabilities with your tablet, Then whenever you come back in, you can sync it back up and everything's going to be inside InspectTech. So it's definitely going to be advanced mobility in the field. Offline data collection, no more handwriting forms. You can do it all right there on site. Capture photos in the digital media and then link those to data fields. So if I have issues with cracking on a deck element, I can take that picture and actually link that comment to that photo. It allows inspectors to spend more time in the field and less time writing reports. You guys that have been around a while, you understand how difficult that is. And that's basically it. I went high level just because anybody's working, I know he's going to have some questions. Yes, sir. Mhm. I understand your frustration. And everybody hear the question? Okay. I have asked Tom, I've asked Jason, so we've got the same issue even whenever we receive submittals from the consultant, where we have to print out new MBIs or SINA sheets. You have to go in there one at a time. We need to be able to select them so we can do a mass print, so they are working on that. Yes, sir. I'm going to defer that question to Bernie. And guys, I'm not sure if you're aware, but if you had access to InspectTech, I'm sorry, to Pontex, you have the same level of access to InspectTech. So it's just a matter of getting with Tom and getting that link, getting signed in. So if you had a read-only version of Pontex, you have a read-only version of InspectTech. And I give a huge shout out to the Bridge Division, especially Tom, Juan, Bernie, Claudia, Mark Wallace, for all their help for the districts through this transition. It's been painful. It's been very painful, but we're working together and we're getting it done. Anyone else? Good? Thank you.